police has no right to tell anybody to do DNA.
And
the
even
police
the
cannot
Oba,
order anybody to do DNA.
the Oba himself is knowledgeable. He knows that he's not going to command anyone to go and do DNA.
Of course.
It's not even his business.
Thank you. That's what he should have said. If anybody suggested it at that station, that no, that's your family problem. I don't care. I don't know anything about your family problem. What he told, what's his name, Sam Larry, to come and say in the station, as in debunk that I didn't send you to attack anybody. That's just his own. And since he has removed himself from it, if they want to talk, they should keep talking. If they can't wait for court order to come out and Wumi should do DNA, then they can all go to blazes. I don't know. It's just so sad that Nigerians are just evil. Because this man, this same man, this Josie, he said it. Can I help you? What do you want? What do you want? Pancake. This Josie himself said he knows that Liam is Mohbad's son. But you just want to embarrass people, cause mischief, embarrass Wumi too, and satisfy your paymasters. That's why you are subjecting all of them, plus the king, to this ridicule. I find it so insulting that somebody I've never met in my entire life will tell me as a woman to go and do DNA and I'll answer. It's so annoying and insulting and even, I don't know.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Pythagoras.
Hey, Pythagoras.
What's up, Freedom?
I'm alright.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Are you single now? I heard your marriage is over.
Hey,
Oh. No. We fixed it. Yeah, we fixed it.
Okay. Remember, you can always come here.
Come where?
Ashana.
Come where?
Ashana.
Hey.
Tẹ́mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ nígbà tó kọ́kọ́ sọ good afternoon Pythagoras ibẹ̀ mo tọ́ pé irú ohun wo lélẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń lò yìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí irú ohun yẹn oníbàárà wọn bó lè bọ̀ ó yé mi mo wá fẹ́ wo ìgbà tí Pythagoras náà wá fẹ́ dáhùn wọn á ní good afternoon mo kọ́ fẹ́ sọ pé mo kàn gbọ́ freedom ni o.
Anyway.
Because mo ti need yín látàárọ̀ tí mi ò rí yín pé ó yá eléyìí tẹ́tí ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ bá ẹ kọ́kọ́ dá sí náà ká tó wá gbé yín lọ sí ti tàárọ̀ ẹ̀.
Èyí tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí náà pín sí ọ̀nà oríṣiríṣi. First, Lilibet, see, don't give yourself pressure over most of these things.
Yes, sir.
Nigeria lawa, a lot of shit will happen in the country and even anywhere in the world too. A lot of shit will happen. But then, if people don't know what they should do, if they don't know the actions, the course of action they should take, then you can't blame anybody. I keep saying it from day one. Tiba won't only anybody, Timo share anything. If you don't accuse me, if you don't send me out, then I'm right to do it. I'll come tomorrow, I'll do it again. So, we don't say people here for all agbayan ko loju abon se kini kan yen. On so ti won ni. See, by now, tó bá jẹ́ pé bóyá àwọn people náà tó bá ń pọ́ fẹ́ ṣe the right thing. Ó yẹ kí irú Josie yẹn forget pé bóyá ó sọ ọmọ nù àbí anything. By now, ó yẹ kó ti wà lẹ́wọ̀n tó bá máa ṣí gbogbo ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ̀ papọ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Bóyá ó yẹ kó wà lẹ́wọ̀n for life ni tó bá máa ṣí everything papọ̀. But then because of sentiment, culture, and all those things, we overlook a lot of things and we condone a lot of bullshit. And number one, people are not even, they don't even know how things work. They're not well informed. That's why you see them come online and say all sorts of bull crap. Because number one, ọba kọ́ ló gbé Jòsí lọ sí station àbí gbé lọ sí anywhere. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ bọba lórúkọ jẹ́, ó ń lépa ẹ̀mí ọba, ó fẹ́ sọ ọba lẹ́nu, ọba dẹ̀ ké síjọba ní pé ìjọba ẹ máa gbà mí kẹ́ ẹ, this and this and this ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi. Ìjọba dẹ̀ rí credibility nínú nǹkan tó bá sọ ń pòkè, don't worry, ẹ jẹ́ káà náà fojú ṣùnùkù yẹ kíní wò. I will come back to you and we'll see if there is something to address in this so that it doesn't become a menace to the society. And it led to the apprehension the Arifa àti Veron in the course of the investigation of this complaint. And maybe wọ́n fi one ó di two, ó di pé Jòsí is somehow connected to all these two. And he was invited láti mọ side of the story tọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀, láti mọ ibi tó ń gbà connect mọ gbogbo issue yìí. So what are we saying? That we should live in lawlessness and pray that peace should abound? No, God forbid. So kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. There is laws, and kí ni law yìí wà fún? Is for protection of every single person in the country. If you feel aggrieved, tó bá rò bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ, there is a law to follow, there is a process to it.
Seek redress.
Yes, and that is what the king has done in this regards. And bóyá ó wá dọ̀la wá invite Wumi náà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, yín ò kẹ́ anybody. Ọlọ́pàá àwọn investigative powers under the constitution. So wọ́n lè tanná wo anywhere tó bá investigate. So ẹni tó bá lẹ́bọ lẹ́rù nìkan lẹ́rù máa bà ń pé ọlọ́pàá invite òun lórí ongoing investigation. So all these things should not bother ẹni tó bá jẹ́ pé o mọ̀ pé o kọjá àyè ara ẹ. You know you have put yourself under the regulation of the laws of the country. But if you're now going outside that and the reckoning is now coming, so don't complain. Take it with your full chest. Take it with your full chest. Ta ló mọ̀ bóyá àwọn arífáàmì tó ti ń question wọn ni wọ́n ti jábọ́ pé most of gbogbo àwọn story táwọn sọ yìí bóyá Jòsí ló ń gbé fáwọn. Then Jòsí needs to come and prove pé òun ò gbé fún wọn now àbó òun fún any other information. Because it's an ongoing investigation. Kò ń ṣe new thing. If I must say, I don't think bóyá ọba ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ any new letter lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Jòsí. It's the same investigation to gbé àwọn arífá débẹ̀ yẹn. It's the same cyberbullying, cyber stalking, and criminal defamation. Wọ́n investigate ẹni tó dẹ̀ fi tọ́nà wò ń pòkè o. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó lè lọ sọ́dọ̀ Jòsí, maybe through confession àwọn arífá, or through conduct Jòsí, or through other evidences story. So Jòsí should not cry wolf. Tó bá mọ̀ pé òun ò ṣe anything wrong, kó lọ sí station any day, tó bá pè any night, tó bá pè kó wà ńbẹ̀, kó fún wọn ní gbogbo nǹkan tó fẹ́. And tí ò bá ní anything láti bẹ̀rù, the law will be there to vindicate him. The law is there to work on everybody. Téèyàn bá sọ pé o defame òun, what is the defense for defamation? It is the truth. That is the basic defense for any defamation. If you are saying the truth, nobody can challenge you or accuse you of defamation. All you need to do is provide evidence of the truth, and that's all. Téèyàn bá no cyber stalk òun, you can defend yourself pé cyber stalk here. Nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí, so to put the person in harm or to put the person in anything. It's the intention. Your intention is your defense. You need to prove that that wasn't your intention. These are basic things. And coming back to issue of DNA or no DNA, nobody, no court, no individual can compel Wumi to do any DNA test. Gbogbo kọ́ọ̀tì, gbogbo order tó ní Jòsí fẹ́ get yẹn is just an exercise, legal exercise ni. Káwọn lọ́ọ̀yà kó fi gbọ́ra wọn lẹ́nu jó, kó fi mọ́ra wọn, kó fi dọ̀rẹ́, kó fi lọ sí bàlẹ́ táwọn lálẹ́. That is everything tó lè achieve nínú kéèsì yìí. No court will order any DNA test. No court, nowhere. not under civil case or criminal case. No court will do that. You don't go to court to prove your case, to seek evidence from court. Court is not like a Father Christmas that will now give you weapon to use against anybody you have issues with. No. You get your evidences, you come to court to prove it, to show it to court. You don't come to court where you have shoot any down. No. So about gbogbo yẹn ń sọ tiwọn ní nowhere. Tí wọ́n bá decide kó fẹ́ ṣe DNA test, court will ask them to withdraw the case. Court kan ló máa fún wọn ní order yẹn pé kó lọ ṣe.
Èmi dẹ̀ ti sọ fọ́mọ Wumi pé má jẹ́ kán, in fact, má gbà fún wọn, no gree for them anymore.
Mr. Pythagoras, you said something interesting. You said, how did you put it again? You said if someone defames you, it's left for the person to with the truth, right?
Yeah.
But it's not left for you to defend yourself, to prove that person wrong,
No.
to prove that that person has committed a crime of defamation, right? It shouldn't be me that will be proving it.
No, the onus is on the person
that committed the crime.
I did not defend.
Exactly.
By proving that whatever they have said is
exactly. So it will be so ridiculous and out of this world for what's his name, the king or Elegushi to now have to force or beg Wumi to do DNA just
because
to clear
he has no
his
business.
name. Exactly. That's what is just doing my head in. He has never seen this woman before in his entire life. So if anybody needs to prove now, it should be Josie that should be proving to the court or to whoever that this man is the father.
It's even ridiculous for anybody to.
It's annoying.
Even if you take the case to court, even the king doesn't have any legal standing to take the case to court that, oh, I need DNA. The only time you can do that if Wumi is now forcing you that, you are the father of this baby, you come and provide child support. Come and do this, come and do that.
Exactly.
You now say, no, prove to me first that this child really belongs to me.
Wumi has to be the one that will be telling this
into
man that this
mix.
man, no, me and you, we've had something together. We've even let alone kiss, and that kiss has turned to pregnancy. So come and prove me wrong or right.
Yeah.
This is this DNA matter. It pisses me off because as a woman, I feel disrespected too. I'm not just supporting Wumi. Everything she's doing is what I would do. We can just say, oh, because I'm not in her shoes, it's not my child, they're bashing and all that. But at the end of the day, I won't let anybody disrespect me or force me or bully me to do DNA when you are not the father of my child, when you have no evidence that I've ever slept with this man you are claiming I slept with. It's so insulting. That means tomorrow anybody can walk up to me and say, oh, Lilibet, your child is for King of England. You must go and do DNA. It's so insulting.
That will only happen outside the supervision of the courts. That's the only time that can happen.
And we're saying not to set the wrong precedent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wumi will do DNA. See, to me, there are only two reasons Wumi can do DNA. Number one is even very shaky. It's almost impossible. That's the court. Number two is willingly. All this bullying you people think you are doing to her, it's not going to force her. Willingly. That you people will come on a round table in the family setting. In a family setting, Josie will stoop. He will get back to his senses and say, oh, this is actually where I've wronged you. Blah, blah, blah. The whole family. Sorry?
Who's talking?
I don't even know. Then the whole family will actually beg her, convince her that, okay, Wumi, let's do this. Then she'll do it willingly.
Is that not what I have said earlier? That if Josie didn't come public, if he had called his daughter-in-law, and even kó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé o kò fẹ́ mọ̀ ni, wá o ṣàmọ̀ ẹnu tí ń kun ọmọ yìí o, let's just do it because of these silly people so that they don't stigmatize my grandchild. If he had done that, I'm sure that we wouldn't even be here. But no, they are goats. They think that they have to bully her. They think that they have to coerce her, threaten, intimidate her into it. And there are some of us that we have coconut head. It is that thing you want to try to bully us into that we would rebel against.
Exactly. People like me.
Me.
100 years, you still haven't gotten that DNA.
Because
100 years.
the fact that you think that you want to bully me into it, I would rebel against any form of bullying because I hate oppression. I hate bullying. I hate intimidation. I won't do it to anyone, and I won't
Freedom.
let anyone do it to
This
me.
woman, Jokem, I heard her talking today, and she was saying, I think she was talking about Aries. She was talking about Aries, like maybe Aries imposing something now. She was talking about Aries imposing her ideas on their team and blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, and this woman made a statement. She said even her children, her own children, that she cannot oppose. I mean, she cannot impose anything on them. She can't force them to do anything. That do you get? So when she said that statement,
Can you
and I'm
imagine?
like, but you lot are forcing and bullying and commanding Wumi to go and do DNA.
Like, just listen to that.
She said that. She said, even my own children, I cannot talk to them. I cannot tell them to do.
Ìkà ò jẹ́ ṣe tiẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìkà ni gbogbo wọn lè ṣe tí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀. Wicked and silly lots.
It's so heartbreaking.
You can just hear that.
Yeah, she said it. Where is the respect?
Even the other day, do you know that Yeye Kudi herself, on her platform, she said, if she was the one, if her husband, her husband asked for DNA, that truly she would do it, but she would never have anything to do with that man again, which was my own position too. Like, if, in fact, they called me on one of their platforms, late last year, in the early days of this movement, and we were having this conversation, and I was like, if my husband demands DNA from me, it would hurt me to my core that he distrusts me, that he would even suspect that I would do such thing, because I am a woman of honor and integrity. So if he asked me, it would hurt me. I would do it, but I'm not sure that that marriage would continue. Because if for any reason you can doubt me in that way, I will find it humiliating. I will find it disrespectful. I'll find it insulting. And if we have a union where all of those things exist, where you don't trust me, I don't trust you, then why are we still having a marriage? Why are we still having a marriage? So Kudi said that if her husband, though, not even father-in-law, not outsiders, if her husband, so if Kudi in her head thinks that, if her husband demands such of her, that would be her reaction, then what makes it right for total strangers to make such demand of someone?
Look at the this man, Josie. Why is he saying he wants DNA? Look at the stupid excuse. Because it's a motive. Motive for what? Are you the one investigating motive? Even the people or given the powers to investigate, they still cannot ask for DNA. And I think that's what they've been getting so wrong, and they are mixing it to each other there. And some of them say, well, let's push the police. Even the police does not have the power. Show me where. They don't have
Exactly.
nobody. So
Nobody.
it's only when we are trying to massage their ego or their pride, that's when we tell them, oh, it's only the police that can request. No, even the police cannot request for it.
No, I've never said that. Though. Who has said that? I've never said
No,
the police can
people will
request.
say, they say, it's only when it's criminal, something, it's only
Even if
the
it's
police.
criminal, the police still needs a court order before a
No.
woman can do
Okay,
DNA.
I will now go another step higher. No court will even give it to the police. So no court will give it to the police to investigate a criminal matter. Go and establish your case.
Simple.
You want to prove somebody has done something wrong. You are now saying the court should now grant you the evidence to go and do DNA test. They don't know how the court works. That's the issue.
Adedoyin Adeola, DNA is not a problem. It's not a problem for anybody. Well, for me, and I believe for Wumi too, it's not a problem. But just do it the right way. Request for it the right way. So you lots coming here shouting, "Why is DNA a problem?" It's not a problem.
Is a problem. See, you have time to engage in banters. DNA is a problem. Yes, we are not doing it.
How many of his charge lòun ti ṣe DNA fún?
It's just so disrespectful.
Àwọn
I find
stupid
it so annoying. I find it so
Wọ́n ti
annoying.
stupid jù, nǹkan tó lè ṣe ló máa fi lo ẹlòmíì tó lè gbà.
Instead of these people like aristocrats, people like chairman, these so-called people that are Josie's advisors or whatever, they know what is right. Instead of them to just tell this man that, Baba, call your family together. Even if you are going to hold that responsible for
these guys are just what I would call educated ignoramus. That is who they are.
There's somebody like that chairman. When you hear him talk, you expect him to have that kind of sense. Like, Josie, call your family together. Just tell Wumi in a close family setting. Ask her for this DNA. Once it's done, then you can continue with your nonsense. But that's the only way you can get that DNA.
It's even too late for him to call his family because he could have done it earlier before now. 9 months ago, almost 10 months ago. Ó jáde ń ṣe nonsense. So even though
how can he even call any family? Was that his intention in the first place? Their intentions were not pure in the first place. That's why they can't any calling of family.
Exactly.
African TV náà fẹ́ gbélẹ̀ láti lè ń pé kọ́mọ ilé ìgbọ̀mọ wa kọ́ lè manipulate
10 million. And he never even invited them.
Don't forget also that before all of this, Josie actually threatened Omowumi that he is taking her to the cyberspace.
Yeah.
So this is a fulfillment of his promise.
They never had any good intention from the inception.
Exactly.
So
in fact, when Josie started, he didn't know that DNA angle will enter. His own was to just come and drag her online to submit everything. Because if you remember, when he was with Iyabo Ojo, he was talking about buying land in Yams name, transferring money. Those were the things. So from get-go, his goal was to get hold of those things, reclaim them back in his head. But by the time they brought the DNA angle, DNA help mission. Plus the fact that he must have also seen that, the realization that ilẹ̀ lèmi jà fún, wọ́n mà ṣì ní royalty wà ń bẹ̀, royalty, all those money will go to this child. Okay, let's go the DNA way. It's not because he doubts the grandchild. He doesn't. In the heart of his heart, And that's why I wonder how that man sleeps at night. How?
Oh no, soon. I think he said it once. Where soon. You cannot harbor such. You cannot harbor such evil in your heart. Now.
Abi, Josie o le sun, o ni le sun. Because you are not even at peace with your soul. How much more the soul of your son? You are in a conflict. Oh, Malomo.
Mr. Pythagoras, if you were the king right now in this situation, what would you do?
I will allow the court to take the law to take its full course. Go investigate. To anybody to whether be a grieving father or a grieving brother. I don't care. My name has been defamed. They have carried out a campaign of calumny against me. So all I want is for the public to know that these people have done me. They've done me so much wrong that the only person that can save me or take me out of this is the government, is the law. So I will not budge. I will not kowtow to any form of media attack sponsored by their courts at all.
Okay.
Okay, now, Mr. Pythagoras, mo like nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yẹn. How do you now prove to the public 100 that yes, so is it just by saying I've never met this lady before? How do you prove to them that yes, so mo yìí rí rárá, rí rárí?
Yes, is by when the matter gets to court. These are the prayers there that, apart from these people getting sentences, they have to come and denounce whatever they have said. They have to retrace their step. They have to retract their statement. They have to apologize and they have to do the time.
Or bring evidence. Let them bring proof. Temi, is a two-way thing. Let them bring proof or evidence that I have been with this person. I am saying that I have never seen this person in my life.
Freedom. That one, we all know that there's no evidence anywhere. So
what Mr. Pythagoras said, I think that's just perfect. And I think if he had a sensible lawyer, which I know is using Banire and Co., that's what they would advise him to do.
Mr. Pythagoras, sorry, ẹjọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mi tẹ̀ ṣe ń ronú yàtọ̀ sí báwọn méjèèjì yẹn ṣe ń drag, so ẹjọ́ àbá mi fi wọ́n lẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀. Ẹjọ́ tó ní Ọlọ́run, what me I want to ask now, because ó ti di pé oníkálukú ronú for yourself. What me I want to ask now, is it not possible kí probably so possible kí DNA test yẹn kàn ṣe, but kí wọ́n ṣe on a way of tí ọmọ ìbá fi lè jẹ́ ọmọ Mohbad o, a lọ bá má súnmọ́ ibi tí Wumi wà dípò pé wà súnmọ́ ibi tí anything Mohbad wà. Is it possible?
No, it's not possible. Because it won't be binding on him.
Ṣe DNA yẹn o.
Because it won't be binding. It won't be binding on him.
Is it the king that will say that or Wumi will say that?
No. As in law. Ọtí mò ń try láti sọ ni pé ṣé mọ̀ pé normally tó bá ṣe.
No, the law can't say that.
What me I'm trying to say is normally tiba okay ẹ fẹ́ kí n ṣe kíní mi ò fẹ́ ṣe o because I don't have anything with this man, but on this condition tẹ́ bá ti lè accept àwọn condition yìí ó yá mo fẹ́ ṣe. I'm just asking, I'm just thinking loud, not that I have any conversation, but tó bá fi dídàrú èmi ma ẹjọ́ ṣé tí n bá ẹ fẹ́ kí n ṣe DNA test yìí, but tí n bá ti ṣe tọmọ ẹ bá jọmọ Mohbad bàbá anything Mohbad ẹ má dá sí mọ́, so possible.
No, why it is not possible is this, Nipe, any agreement tẹ́ bá ṣe pẹ̀lú anybody tó bá máa alienate èèyàn yẹn from their right and responsibility, it becomes null and void under the law. Because they can come back and say you've made them sign such an agreement under duress. So it's only the court that can give full force to that.
No, court náà lọ ti máa ṣe agreement yẹn kò ń ṣe nínú ilé, gbogbo nǹkan tí mo sọ court ni. Ṣé mo pé now court we ask them nǹkan tí mo try sọ. Now when they get to court tó fẹ́ lọ gba court order fún DNA test to be done, they will ask them reasons why they want it and nǹkan tó so mọ́ tó fi jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe làwọn èèyàn fi sọ pé wọ́n lè approve it because there's nobody that has come out to say ọmọ yìí ọmọ mi ni. But now they've accused somebody to say ọmọ èèyàn yìí ni, and the person is out to say ọmọ mi kọ́ lọmọ yìí. Saying it clearly that I've never met this lady before, which the lady too have said it clearly on social media several times, because púpọ̀ ni wọ́n tún sọ pé kí ló dé tí ò bọ́ta láti ọjọ́ láti sọ pé kò òun ò rọ́bà rí. She has said it severally that òun ò set ojú òun báyìí lójú ọba rí, wọ́n dúdú ni wọ́n pupa ni, bóyá orí àgbà tí Mohbad kú gan lòun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń rí picture wọn àbí nǹkan tó ń lọ káàkiri, but people still feel like no, she's lying. Now tó wá dé court tó wá ní okay, kí ni reason behind this whole thing o. Kí wọ́n sọ pé bàbá ọmọ lélẹ̀ kan náwó sọ́ba, and this man is saying it doesn't have anything to do with the child or blah blah blah, but they've messed with the man's name everywhere on social media, his reputation, everything and everything, and also Wumi too. The child has been bullied and blah 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 blah. So probably they now said, okay, we will accept it. What do you want? I want to, okay, maybe Wumi now said, I want you to accept it, but I have condition to put. Show possible.
See, the number one,
movie.
the law is vast, and there are a lot of uncharted waters.
Say, what did freedom say? Me gbọ́, kí ló sọ?
He said we are saying a movie.
If I throw you away. No, now, Ebo, kí ni ti fẹ́ yà yàn wèrè? Because now, me, I feel like this lady also need her freedom. And how does she get that freedom? Okay, a ní láíláí wọn ò lè ṣe DNA, kò lè ṣe DNA, wọn ò lè gba DNA. Ṣé àwọn wèrè tó wà ń ta yìí, ṣé tí DNA tí wọn bá ṣe wọ́n máa stop láti drag ọmọ ẹ̀? You should think about this lady's freedom too.
Let me address that. See,
okay,
not to sound insensitive or because I can't put myself in her shoes. I don't know what she's going through. I can only imagine it. But then again, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. It's going to be like that. And she's going to have to deal with it. Just putting it straight there. She's going to have to deal with it. Doing DNA or not doing DNA is not going to save her from any trouble or save her from any harassment that might come later on. And we need to start looking at people doing what pleases them other than doing what the society wants to force them to do, which is against the law. So, have we not seen this set of mad people we are dealing with? This set of lunatics, they will not believe her anytime soon. They will not believe her anytime soon. In fact, Kijos jáde lẹ́nu kan pa sọ pé okay gbogbo etí mo sọ láti ọjọ́ ìfẹ́ fi gbowó ni o báyìí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀, they will still not believe her. So what are we now saying? I'm not believe wọn lè believe ẹ kí ló fẹ́ ṣe jú pé just stick to what you know is right and let your conscience be your judge. That is the only thing. So tẹ́ bá wọn pé bóyá ó fẹ́ ṣe kíní yẹn tó bá ṣe ó ṣe fún peace ara ẹ̀, ó ṣe fún peace ọmọ ẹ̀, ó ṣe fún ó tẹ́ra ẹ̀ lọ́rùn, kò lè tẹ́ society lọ́rùn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. No way. Kò lè tẹ́ anybody in society lọ́rùn.
Okay, mo tún ti gbọ́ yẹn náà. So how soon ni justice for Mohbad máa end by? Torí at this point, orí tèmi ti fẹ́ máa yí, kọ́lọ́run á yẹ kó rí èèyàn yí.
Mr. Temi. Mr. Pythagoras.
That's another question, oh.
Wait, Mr. Temi. I said Mr.
Be
Temi.
careful, Lilibet. Be careful this night, yo. You have freedom.
Wait. Mr. Pythagoras, what I have to say to you now is God will bless you 1 billion times.
Well, this freedom, this Lilibet, don't sorrow you. Ó feel emotional ju èmi lọ o. Lilibet 5 minutes àti máa sunkún bọ̀lọ̀bọ̀lọ̀ tó bá gbọ́ pọ́ drag Wumi lẹ́nu yẹn. And you can see her saying Wumi should continue. Wumi should continue. Oh yeah, let's continue.
No, they cast me down. You see this thing Mr. Pythagoras said? My husband said it since January. He said even if Wumi does DNA 1 billion times, this will not stop. Even if Josie comes out to say that it will not stop. So the best that can happen is Wumi should just live her life. Because these people are demons from the pit of hell.
Check your uncle. Yes, so Federal, can the next question here now?
Why is everybody? Hey, started me. Did you? Baby soft life. What do you mean I can be very emotional?
Thank God for the strength God has given to her. So, I mean, she's such a strong woman. God has really strengthened her, and I believe her husband is solidly behind her. And, that is just his I think that is the meaning. If such a young lady can, come this far, me believe only by the special grace of God. To lè jẹ́ problem fún, and I'm saying it to you all, tí tọ́lọ́run ti lò fún láti lè carry up to this level for you to just, calm down now. Where we are now is to be giving glory to God on our behalf and on the behalf of our son. So that is just that about that. So about the DNA, I don't have much to say than to just buttress what Mr. Pythagoras have said. The law is the law. Sometimes you as a person that is involved don't even have power to tell the judge, this is what I want. Yes, Wumi want the DNA. She wanna be free. She thought that DNA will make her to be free, though she knew she has to do it in a legal way, in as much this case is, legal. But the fact is, she doesn't really have 100% power on the decision of the court about the DNA. There are process to things, and I think when we got to the stage, because I heard what Sister Tebin said, the question she asked, the last question she asked, and she, it looks confusing that, okay, if no one, the question is that not that if anybody can allege anyone, and I think I will remind us that they've alleged more than 5 people. Anybody that is supporting this lady, they will come and say maybe he's the one. They won't even say maybe, they will say he's the one. They've alleged several people. So how many people? So now you are expecting that now if they allege Oba now, then Oba will now said, Oba has already came out and, tell the whole world that he doesn't even know who she is. And that is exactly what she said as well. And that is case closed. Assuming where DNA can be required or the judge can say, okay, they should do DNA is if it was the Oba that said, I think this is mine because maybe we have anything together. But the Oba said nothing of such. So the court cannot, because maybe some people are on social media or whatever and give the order to go and do DNA. It's not possible. In as much nobody comes forward to claim the boy that is theirs. And don't let us forget, Wumi is legally married to Mo. Yes, they are legally engaged, which the law recognizes and respects it. Is under the roof of that man before the man died. So nobody, no single soul had the right to request for the boy DNA except his dad. So in as much no one comes forward before the demise of his dad, if anybody even come out now, the court didn't recognize that. And that is the fact. Because he's legal married, so any child that is being born in that marriage, now the husband is not here to say, oh, okay, they should go and do it because somebody came out. So that is it. So to my own best of knowledge, That is just that about that is just that. So now they will keep shouting, like Mr. Patagra said. Even if the DNA is out today, they already have another plan. They already know what they wanted to do. Because Josie knows what he wanted. He knows he has a mission and is ready to do everything to accomplish that mission. You know, I just read a post that today had not made this afternoon about a lady that just gave birth to a little boy, and the lady now posted is that shot since he had that boy. His father has been checking on the boy, not even on the mother. The father has been checking on his grandson every day. That is a grandfather that knows the value of a grandchild, that has been praying that God should give him a grandchild, not a father full of deceit, not a father full of deceit, not a father. I felt somehow, and my mind just goes straight to Josie. That look at it, look at a father that checks on his daughter every morning just because he keeps saying, send me the picture. If you send one today, we say send me a new one. Even when the daughter send old picture, he said no, I need a new one. That is a father. That is a grandfather. So Josie knows what he's doing. So Josie just think that, okay, maybe DNA can do justice to what he needs. Then if otherwise, he will still use another thing. So, and all his social media soldier, you will see them. They've told us different things. Oh, Wumi is because they gave him poison, they shook him. In any time that another thing came out and they realized that their lies doesn't hold water, they will come out with another, fabricate another lie. And that is exactly what is gonna happen about DNA. I've been saying it on this platform. That woman that I'm looking at, Wumi, she's very intelligent. Yes. If God, I know a time is coming. If he has maybe by then he still have the access to do DNA or whatever, this lady is gonna do it on her own. Either anybody accept it or not, fine. But she's looking for justice now. And she knows these people are doing everything in their power to destabilize this justice. They are doing everything to destabilize it. And she is trying to protect it and see maybe anybody. He can get this justice. She can get this justice. So that is just it. So sir, all I know is that sometimes when a case like this is in court, we don't have power over it. Even Wumi that is involved may not have power to tell the judge, in as much is not according to law, may not have power. Unless all the conditions she put out there is met and the judge can say, okay, you guys can both sit down and think about it. And she said, okay, if she meets their condition, then I'm ready to do it. That would be, but that would be Wumi. But if the judge should rule on it, the judge will never rule that, oh, okay, because the grandfather said he needs DNA, you should go and do it. He will never say it. In as much the father is not alive to say, and there is no anywhere the father put in any application or write to anywhere that, oh, maybe he's doubting this boy. So that is, but it's so sad that the same father that is denying a child that is being born in a marriage, he was involved. He was fully involved in an engagement. You went there, sat down, prostrate to the parent of the child, and promised them that, oh, okay, this is our daughter now. We took her as our daughter, and the child is being born. And you were even the one taking this lady about, telling her that you want her to give you a grandchild. You were even the one that was giving her water to drink, to preserve her pregnancy or to give her strength or whatever. Now you say because somebody came out, a friend came out, and said maybe he was even doubting. And you said that is because that is the only point he made. That is the only point. Is them say. He never said, "Oh, I've seen Wumi with somebody with my koro eyes before. Oh, I've seen Wumi do this." And up to today, this is going to 10 months. No single soul among them have bring out any proof that Wumi have anything to do with anybody outside our marriage. No single person. So what do you think you can do to satisfy this kind of evil, heartless, cruel people? Nothing. They are on a mission, but they failed completely. They themselves knew they failed. So we shouldn't be bothered about them. Wumi shouldn't be bothered about them. It's going to almost a year and God has been keeping her moving. Look at the boy growing every day by day. So let them just be crying. Let them be shouting. You shouldn't bother.
So nothing that the petitioner can do once the machinery of the state has been activated. So if you've committed an offense and really it's an offense, you don't have any defense, then you have to serve it. If anything happens along the line, it's just fortunate. It's your misfortune. And I'm sure there would have been several ways to address that. I'm sure she would have a lawyer and they can make file applications to give us some temporary reprieve, something to maybe to stay at home or some little time at home because of our condition. I'm sure they could have filed application based on our current circumstances. Maybe
Good evening. They gave her an option to retract her statement and apologize, which she didn't take.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah. So
she
now,
brought it upon herself.
Makes sense.
Then she brought whatever happened upon herself. So nobody should, except there is something else I don't know from this little I've heard, then I will conclude that, she brought that upon herself. Because if you do something, if you try to publish something and you know that thing is false for just the purpose of causing destruction, anger, intimidation, and all those things, then it's wrong.
But
if you're
Mr.
saying
President,
something,
yeah. So
yes.
those women associations, they are like a lot though. I think like 10 different women associations. They are still like, calling
But
for
what are they agitating for? We need to look at what they're talking about first. Because
yeah.
they could be agitating
Visiting,
for
can you
something
please
else.
mute?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. Yeah. Yeah, so they are saying that well because she was pregnant and had a miscarriage and probably what she committed wasn't that serious to them. I think so. I think that's what they're agitating for. That so she should be
Now, if I'm
released.
talking is a serious offense, especially if somebody
she ruined the person's business, mind you.
Yeah.
She ruined the person's
cyberstalking
millions.
is a serious offense. It's an offense that carries, if I'm right, about 7 years of jail time. So it's a serious offense.
Okay.
And
So
if she's
now
like this,
with this case, I'm now back to justice for Mohbad. With this case, Kudi is now saying that ideally is a civil situation. I don't know what to call it. That instead of that they shouldn't be calling it cyber stalking. That in Ireland or wherever she is, that is civil.
stupid in a which island you see criminal intimidation law, you see criminal defamation law. So when people refer to Kudi as a lawyer or a learned person, because 90% of nǹkan tó máa ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ nǹkan tí ọmọ primary 5 ó yẹ tí ò lè sọ lẹ́ máa máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu Kudi. So I don't regard it as.
To be honest, I think she has grandiose delusion. Like she believes she's a lawyer in her brain. So I think she's
Yeah,
actually
but you need personality disorder or
yes,
conflict or something.
yes. I believe that's what she's going through. Mm. This
This
item, please can
yeah,
you mute?
Ramalani.
I think she's cooking or something.
Lilibet, I think the association they can actually sue the prison system. If she had maybe when she was having problem with her pregnancy, she made a complaint, or and she was not provided with the medical care that she needed at that point. Probably
Mm-hmm.
they can take it up with the Nigeria prison system, and I doubt if they will be successful at that. To be honest, because looking at Nigeria, I think probably is in a developed country. If somebody is maybe in detention, the person still has right to some fundamental human rights. Like you
Mm-hmm.
understand, like right to good health care. If she complained that maybe she was having some problem with her pregnancy and they didn't take it up and provide her with the care she needs, I
Yeah.
believe they have a case, but not with the person that is petitioning her. No, they'll be able to take it up probably with the Nigeria prison system. Mr. Pythagoras, am I on the
Yes,
right track? I
No,
think
you
yes,
make
I think they
sense.
might
You
have a
make
exactly,
case
sense. Yeah, you make
in
sense.
that
exactly.
yeah.
Mm.
And was has she be sentenced or just in
Oh, she's
detention?
still yeah, she's still in detention. I don't think they've given her a court hearing date or something. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about the case anymore.
So she brought it upon herself because the option was there for her to retract her statement, apologize, and go home, and she refused. So
Mm.
uh, yeah, depending on the agitation, sha, there might be
Yeah,
some other
and
things.
I saw a video where she was claiming the man was intimidating her. That I think she met with the guy, and the man said, "Is this the small rat that I
Yeah,
can,
go counter sue now, I be
But
go
guess
counter
what? No, 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 no.
petition.
I don't even, to be honest, me, I don't even believe that story because it's the same thing Josie is doing. You see, these poor people, not poor, I don't want to use the word poor, but when they have issues with the rich, then they now gaslight and say he's trying to oppress me because he's richer than me. But what have you done? What did you do to put yourself in that situation? They won't say that.
Yeah, you go about endangering somebody's source of livelihood
Mm-hmm.
without evidence whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel, oh, he's just going to overlook it and everything is going
Exactly.
to go back to normal. People need to know that even if you want to see, one thing there is that even if you have bad intentions sometimes, there is still a way you can navigate the waters even under the law. There's a way you can say things and get away with them. But first, you need to learn it first. You need to speak with people who know about it. You need to get advice, sound advice. Then you will know that, okay, even if you want to insult somebody online, there's a way you can go about it and you won't be in trouble. Or if you eventually get in trouble, there will be a way out, an easy way out for you. But what people want to do is come out first and throw the first jab and complain that the other person is using a gun on you.
Exactly.
The issue with Nigerians is that we normally mix emotions with the law. That's the problem we have.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is like this lady that is pregnant, if somebody just lost a child, if somebody is elderly, if somebody is maybe an orphan, Nigerians automatically believe they have the liberty to do as they wish. That you are vulnerable doesn't give you the right to infringe on somebody else's right. It doesn't. So if you feel within yourself that you are vulnerable, then you should be careful how you go about your daily activities. Don't infringe on somebody's right. Don't libel somebody. Don't defame somebody. Don't do that. But you know, Nigeria, they will say, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọmọ nù ni, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sọkọ nù ni, ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú ni, lágbájá. And before you know, you that your right has been infringed on, they will practically label you as a bad person. And that's why we say that when they say Nigeria is not good, Nigeria is not good. We, the citizen, are we ready to take sentiment aside, take our feelings aside, and say it the way it is?
No, we are not ready.
We
Oh.
are
We
not
are not ready.
irrespective. We
Benevolence. Do
are not.
you know that even this king, he lost twins.
Uh-huh.
He lost his babies. Has he come out to, harass anybody or just um how do I call it?
Or go
Like
around defaming people.
exactly. He also lost babies.
You see, Lilibet, I'm not the type that likes to poverty shame somebody. But I'm telling you, the most dangerous people that you can deal with in Nigeria are the people that are poor. I'm telling you,
I
Lilibet,
agree.
they will
Yes.
frustrate you, they will gaslight you. Oh my days. Even
When
you,
people have nothing to lose, they are very difficult to fight. They are very difficult to
Yes. They're
absolutely,
get
yeah, they
money
are
away
absolutely.
ready
from
to
them.
bring you down
Benevolence,
to their
benevolence.
yes. Yeah.
I
Huh?
want you not to feel bad, okay, when you say that people are poor. Because poverty is not even, we tend to look at it more from material things, from money and all that. But it's possible to even have all
It's
the money
freedom. Before you go on,
and
it's
be
mental. It's
mentally
meant.
poor.
Hold on, freedom.
I'm not
With
this
Nigerians,
is
so I just want to
let
chip
me
in something.
finish.
No,
Let
I
me
will let. I just
finish.
want to chip in one thing. One thing. It's
Let me
with
just finish.
Nigerians. It's mental property, mental poverty. Most. Go on.
So it's mental poverty that is disturbing most of them. So when you say that poor people, yeah, mentally poor people, they are the most difficult to deal
Yeah,
with.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
So
I
don't
agree.
feel bad for calling anybody
I
poor.
agree.
It
I agree.
doesn't have to do with material things
I
all
agree.
the
I
I
time.
agree.
agree too.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
They practically blame the whole world for everything they are going
Yeah.
through.
Mm-hmm.
They are never accountable for whatever they do. They are never accountable. They believe the universe is against them. They believe you owe them something. Exactly.
Everything is against them.
If against
They
them,
even have money. Oh, have you these? Even the ones that have money but are mentally poor. Oh my goodness, God. Wọ́n wá máa wò pé ṣé pẹ̀lú gbogbo owó tẹ̀yìn níbẹ̀ yìí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí leléyìí, they are enslaved in their minds, and that's the worst form of poverty.
Kudi is mentally poor. Mentality is poor. Go on.
see, I remember when I was working in there's the Lagos State Ministry of Justice. We had a department for CMC. We call it mediation. That is that because it was introduced into the Lagos legal system to reduce arbitration because the court was overwhelmed with cases. And we felt in our mind that there are some civil cases that they don't even need to proceed to trial. We can actually sit them down and try and settle it and probably make them to sign an MOU so that it can be stamped by the court of law and make it binding on the parties. And when you work in CMC, you are practically close to the grassroots.
There
And
used to be an office on Ojuelegba Road, right?
Ikorodu Road.
they
I
are
was
almost
gonna
in,
say that.
yeah,
Benevolence.
they
Is
are
it
in a,
that one?
no, I was in the one in Bejuleki. So
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, so you will realize that the cases they bring, I got to realize that most of the problems that they are facing is self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted. You will see somebody that the wife is not doing anything tangible, the husband is not doing anything tangible, and they have like 7 children. And in the process, because the man is overwhelmed and is frustrated, domestic violence comes in because he's practically frustrated, he's overwhelmed with responsibilities. You understand what I'm saying? So there are some issues because what we deal with is usually family issues, land matters, domestic violence, child welfare, and things like that. And I realized that some problems that these people that they're like the below middle class, they are self-inflicted. That is why I'm saying that the most people to deal with is the people that they are mentally poor, like you said, visiting, because you can't make them see reason. You just can't. You can't. There's no attempt that you try. There's no how you go about it. You can't make them see reason. And that is why,
Benevolence.
yeah.
Okay, finish up. I wanted to
And
say a
and
little
and, and,
story.
and that is why you see this Josie, he will keep making mistakes because he's not ready to take corrections. He believes he knows it all, and he's not open to learning. He's not open to learn, and he believes the whole world owe him something. That's the mentality of the poor in Nigeria. I don't know about other countries, but the ones that I've dealt with, forget it, they are very deadly. They are myopic. Their sense of reason is so enclosed that it takes a lot for you to make them see reason. That is even if they don't take you as a bad person at the long run.
See, I was going to say a little story about this mental poverty and all that. This one is not even, I don't even know if I should call it mental poverty. When I'm done, you can tell me what it is. So I have this friend. She was married to her husband for a while. Then they had 2 kids. But the guy is light skinned, fine guy, light skin. But my friend is really dark. Like she's a dark person. So they had their first child, but the problem they had is the guy was a mommy. I don't know. He's still a mommy's boy. Like he's all these Lagos Island mothers. Like they control. The woman controls his life. Any little thing, any little issue they have, he runs straight to his mom. That kind of thing. Long story short, they had the first child. The boy is exactly like the husband, light skin, very fine boy, as in very handsome baby. But when they now had the second baby, the boy came out black, just as black as my friend, which makes sense, right? Because it's two of them, as in their genes are different, and one husband is fair. Long story short, they now had issue, and this guy now brought up the second baby that the baby is a bastard just because he's dark skinned. So this issue, it got so bad, then he started maltreating her. And aside from the baby issue, but I think it was the baby issue that broke the camel's back, because he was always maltreating her and all that. So eventually she packed her things and like basically ran away. He didn't know she was leaving, and this after years of abuse. So she ran away. She took the kids and left. Then this guy went to the police station. He knew where she was. He knew she was in her parents' house. And he now went to report her at the police station that she kidnapped his kids. So when she went there to the police station, when they had a meeting at the police, and the police station, the DPO, whoever was there, was like, Oga, you know where your kids are, right? He said, yes, they are. So what's the case of kidnap here? That they are with your wife and your ex or whatever. So long story short, because he didn't want to accept and he wanted to keep frustrating her life, he took that case to welfare. So when you said welfare now, that's what brought it up. And at welfare, he that even brought the case, he lost there, because they now told him that he has to start paying childcare, blah, blah, blah. Because, okay, he wanted them to separate the kids, that he would take the light-skinned boy, then she would take the dark-skinned boy. And she stood her ground. She said no, she's never going to release any of her kids, that both of them. Eventually, the welfare took them to court. I think benevolence, is that the right thing I'm saying?
Yeah, the thing there is that
Ehen. So the
when
courts eventually now settled it, but it was the welfare that facilitated that court thingy, and the
yeah,
court still kept the kids with her. They gave her custody, and they told him he has to be paying the school fees. He has to be giving her money monthly, but the money was little. I think he was paying 30K per child or something, one ridiculous amount. But
yeah.
till now, so my point is, somebody that has 2 masters. Okay, I forgot to say that he has 2 masters. He has a good job, everything, and he still believes that because the boy is light skinned. I mean, the first one is light skinned, and the
Uh,
second one is dark. Excuse
Lilibet.
me.
Lilibet,
Yeah.
you see that particular guy, it's not that he's not exposed. The guy is just a vindictive narcissist.
Yes.
It's not that he's not
And
maybe
you know what?
he's not
You see
exposed.
that boy, the boy that is dark skinned as in the way this guy walks, the way exactly like him is just dark skin.
The why they proceeded to court is CMC is something that both parties they have to agree. The CMC we usually have like sometimes 3 sessions. If we try the first attempt, you guys cannot agree, we'll ask you to go home. Sometimes we ask you to come with your lawyers. Maybe your lawyers can make you see reason. If we try again, and if we realize that we are not, you guys cannot seem to agree, then we take you to court. That is it. You
Yeah.
can't. We don't force parties
So
to
when he took
agree.
her to the welfare, he took her thinking the welfare would tell her to give him the first child. So I think that was what he took her for. But unfortunately, those ones like no, that's not possible.
In the
Then
court, if the kids are very little, they usually give it to the mother. Maybe
yes.
they were still very
Yes,
little.
the second child was 8 months. She left him at
Oh,
8 months.
that's
Yes.
why. That's
Then
why.
the firstborn, I think it was either 5 or 4. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, they'll give it
But
to the
now they
I
are
mother.
would
big
say
boys
that
now.
that fellow is suffering from mental enslavement. You know, mental enslavement is what makes you feel fixed in your assumptions, in your thinking, in your reasoning that because more more fine, go I'm light skinned, I'm fine. So if that boy is not coming out that way, it's not mine. We're enslaved in the mind, ne?
But you know the
And
weird thing, right? Sorry. The weird thing is DNA issue never came up.
they can,
That's the funny thing.
The guy is trying to punish the lady. I'm
That's
telling
the
you, he's
that's the
trying to
that's
frustrate
the
her.
he
He,
never talked about DNA, or
no,
even he
he knows
never
that is
even
his
carried the
child.
children to go and do DNA. No.
He knows that is his child. He
Of
knows.
course.
He knows. He
Now
knows.
this thing I'm saying, that boy, the one that boy is probably 10 now. Is it 10? There, but I'm talking about the baby. And the guy is still paying for upkeep. He's still paying. No, he's not 10, he's 9.
But
He's 9, yeah.
unfortunately, the welfare system in Lagos State is a joke. The money they usually give to the mother is a joke.
Yeah,
If
because that money is
so
little. He's still paying
yeah,
that 30K. The
even
30K is he
Lilibet, even
mm,
30K, even 30K, even 30K is good. Sometimes if parties agree, because you can't force them, is when you go to court that the judge can actually force, like, give a particular amount. But when they come to CMC, some people they go as low as 5,000 for 3 kids. I'm telling
can you
you.
imagine?
So the welfare system in Lagos State is, I don't know about other states,
But
but the
he
welfare
pays school
system is
fees.
a
He
joke.
pays for the kids are under his healthcare insurance and all that. But she still pays the rent, as in
Oh.
because of course she lives alone with the kids. So you know the thing is,
Sometimes if you are signing the MOU, as you that you are the mediator, you cannot suggest for them. You can only guide them. You can't suggest, like, be adamant, like, do it this way. No, it won't be binding on them. Sometimes if they are saying that 5,000, I want to say show ya were any, like, show crazy any, like, but I will just, like, hold myself, like, and just keep my mouth shut. But because the wives, most of them, they are not educated, because that place is like, if you know Ibejuleki, like, most the education level is very, very low as compared to other local governments. So sometimes the wife, because they are so vulnerable and they don't know their rights, they cannot argue for it, and to them, even that 5,000, they are so appreciative of it because they believe they can't get more. You understand? So we will just be like,
you know,
share Dubai or something, like, you
this
understand?
this guy I just told you about, right? He's just like Josie. But luckily my friends stood their ground and her family were in support of her, because what he wanted to do to her is, take that boy,
Mm.
right? The first boy, and go and drop him with his mom
That's what
because
they do.
he can't take care of that child,
That's what
but
they
he
do,
just
Libet.
wanted to collect the boy. You get what I'm saying? Because
That's what they do.
every
That is what
time
they
they
do.
go for holiday, right? Because you know the court shared the holidays.
Mm.
So every time they go for holiday, he takes them straight to his mom or his brother's place because the brother is a king. Is a king. You see all these kings in Lagos. So that one is really is rich. So that's where he takes those children. Not as if he's even accommodating them or being a father, like having my kids for holiday. No. So if the court or if my friend had agreed without the court, agreed that he just wanted to take those kids,
Ah,
just like how Josie took the
exactly.
Mobad. Exactly.
There was one case that they brought, Lilibet. So the guy was actually asking for the custody of those kids. You understand?
Yeah.
And I was not like, you say you walk oversea, you walk on the sea, like those guys that work in the ship, like
Yeah. Rig on the rig or something.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, you say you work in the rig, like where would the kids stay? He said the kids will stay with his stepmom because his mom is late. And this stepmom, she's aged, like she's an older woman that actually even needs somebody to look after her. And I was like, why would you want to take it from your wife who is able-bodied, and you understand she has the strength to care for the kids, and she's their mother, so she's in the best position to give them the best care, and take those children all the way to your stepmom. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So it shows the level some men will go just to punish their exes.
Yes, exactly.
They don't
And
care.
narcissism.
Exactly.
Narcissism
They
too.
don't care
Yeah.
what happened to those kids. They just want to
Mm-hmm.
make a point that I can
Mm-hmm.
do this and I will deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Mm-hmm.
good. It's not nice.
And
Not
you
a good
don't know
thing.
what? That my friend, because she's now on her feet, like she's got her own thing going on and all that. So every time she now calls him to come and have the kids for holiday, he's avoiding them. He doesn't want. Do you understand? Because in his mind, no, she shouldn't be having fun. If the
Yeah.
kids are with me, she'll be
Uh-huh.
living her best life. No,
You
like
see?
it's just crazy. Like these men, the things they can do just to punish their exes.
That is why that guy Dotun, I don't know if you know Dotun, that
Yeah.
works in Beat FM. When he was like crying for his kids, I was like, this man, I've not seen such a man before. Like some men, they don't care. If you
To
don't
be
want them
honest, I don't really understand that story because uh, I don't know. I
no, no,
don't
no.
want to judge that case because I don't really understand
The
it.
story is that Dotun and his wife, they had a fallout.
Yes, she took the
And
kids and she
exactly.
has refused to let him have the kids.
And even now she has moved to US permanently, so she's no longer in
Yes.
Nigeria. So I think according to her, there were allegations of domestic violence, which Dotun said no, that nothing
Mm-hmm.
like that happened. But I tell people all the time that the worst abuse is emotional abuse, because emotional abuse, you can't see the bruises,
Mm-hmm.
but they are everlasting bruises. But when it's physical, you can apply something on it, you can go to the hospital. But emotional abuse, you can't even see it, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
silent killer. It kills you from within. So it's a possibility. I'm not judging. No, don't get me wrong. It's a possibility that probably that was what she went through, and she felt she don't want those kids to experience such, and decided to take those children far away from him. Or it's possible that she's just angry within herself, and feel that the way to punish him is by using the kids as a pawn, which is not a good thing. That's the way me I see it. To Libet, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. So
I know, but he's crying online and all that. Online will not get his kids back. I mean, he has been screaming. Has he gotten those kids back? No.
and the unfortunate thing, I will say it again.